Hello guys, Theo here, Uncommon Sense, here on the 4th day of my 1-week fast. Currently about 91 hours fasted and standing here talking to you. So in today's video we're going to talk about fasted training, because I got a lot of questions about that in the comments and on Instagram. But first, some fasting updates. So I did what I told you. I played some online poker, actually ended up on a slight profit, but to be honest, when you play tournaments like I do, the profit is more about the big scores you do every now and then, and most days it's just about minimizing losses and maintaining your bankroll. So it's kind of how I always talk about progress, because there's a chance element to it. For a winning player, the curve is still gonna look something like this. Yeah, and I didn't sleep great tonight. I slept like probably a little bit over 5 hours, so could be worse, but could be better too. I already told you that I'm not a morning person, even if I don't go up late, and if I slept well and if I'm not fasting, I'm still kind of a slow starter. It's never the most like the best or most productive part of my day, but even more so of course when fasting and being sleep deprived. So I don't know if you might be able to tell, but I've gotten over that kind of my normal, more like start of the day drowsiness. It's like after lunch now. But even though I'm trying to speak up to you, but maybe you can sense some slight change to my tone. So I'm getting a little bit more like impatient, but without being like truly irritable or angry or annoyed. It's just that, the body will try to be efficient and preserve. So, I'm pretty self-aware of it, but I'm sure that I can come across as like a little bit rude at some point, like even in the video, or if I respond to you. But just see this for what it is. I'm not annoyed. It's just my body being efficient and me being in this state, Come on, I'm pretty damn lean, 90 hours fasted, and doing a bunch of stuff, training, interacting with you, doing videos, like it takes its toll. So I'm not in a bad mood at all. It's just, take it for what it is, please. If you ask me something and I respond that, oh, I think I've talked about this already, and a bunch of guys are asking me about it, so I think I should do a video about this so I can point to that. I'm not saying that you're an idiot and you should pay attention and shut up, I'm saying it's literally, what I'm saying is literally what I mean. I realized I forgot to say my weight this morning, which was 79.0 kilos. So you're gonna have to watch the other videos if you wanna know my weight on the other days, but I think we can safely assume that the first jump from 81 to 79.3 was a bit drastic, Yeah, this fast is not about weight loss, but it's of course still interesting to monitor too. But yeah, today I went to the gym, did a full body workout that I'm going to tell you about. I went down to the lake, but I didn't actually swim because there was just so much people on a Saturday now, on a nice day, and it was hard to even get room on the bridge where I usually jump in, so I just laid in the sun for a bit, and now I'm here talking to you. So okay. We're going to talk about the training, but you got to realize that I'm such a huge nerd with all this. It's not what I like, the actual execution of the training, like exercise selection, rep ranges, sets, volume, intensity. I don't talk all that much about that on this channel, because the audience it's not the only thing people are interested in. But I would do more videos like that when I can get the possibility of like filming in a gym. Like in many gyms you can't film and it's weird, but someone helping me film in the gym, I could actually talk through the workout and stuff. So I want to do that. But so my point is, when you ask me about training, I have, depending on what you say, I can have so many thoughts. I want to write you a whole letter, yeah. So in this video, I'll try to, it's still going to be pretty lengthy, but I could literally talk about this for hours. I'm not exaggerating, but so it's gonna be pretty lengthy still probably, but I'm gonna try and condense it as much as possible. So okay, my style of training could be summarized as a kind of powerlifting. What I meant to say was power building, not powerlifting, power building, like kind of bodybuilding and powerlifting combined. Like I like to get stronger in the compound lifts, but not necessarily for going for 1 rep maxes. and I want to build muscle with the training, and I also usually use a minimum amount of machines, because I want it to be while pursuing these goals of strength and muscle, I want it to be as athletic as possible. And also, these exercises are almost always more bang for your buck, like take, I don't know, a squat compared to a leg press. Like the leg press is not necessarily bad. I don't necessarily dislike machines. I can understand the purpose and everything. I do use them, but the leg press is going to be so much just quads, pushing with your quads. There's no stabilization, there's no core involvement in the same way as in a squat. So I prefer that most of the times. And so I'm going to talk you through my fasted workout, but okay, so the purpose with the fasted training for me then, when I'm unable to get stronger or build muscle because we're not putting anything in and we have no building blocks, the only purpose is preserving what I have, you know. So with the minimal effort, without breaking muscle down, we just want to stimulate it enough to send a signal to the body that, look, this muscle is needed, it's necessary for us, we're apparently using it. So when you need protein, please, to the extent it's possible, take it from other tissue we have an excess of, like skin, like almost everyone has, you know. So that's the only purpose. But okay, to start off here, I'm going to tell you what I would think is a really good full body workout, like even when not fasting, you know, and then I'll you know, build on that or compare it with that when I talk about the fasting. So for a full body workout, you know, I have this template in my head. I have so much autistic nerdery about all of this, but so my template for a full body workout would be like, let's put it like this. I mentioned the motion, but just take one exercise I would think would be a good choice, you know. So you could do a squat. We want a squatting movement, so a barbell squat would be a perfect option. We'll hit the quads and the glutes, a little bit of erectors, lower back too, and then we want a hip hinge movement, and then I'd pick a Romanian deadlift to hit more hamstrings and still some glutes, still some lower back. And now, so the butt and the thigh, front and back is covered, and a little lower back we threw in there. Then we want one vertical pulling movement. I like the weighted chin up. It's great for lats here, and the biceps are going to be involved to a big extent too. Then we want a vertical pulling movement. For God's sakes, I mean horizontal pulling movement. Always mess up with this. Then in a non-fasted you know, full body workout, I'd like to pick the barbell row. Then we want to hit, it's still some lats of course, but we want to hit more rhomboids and traps, and now the lower back is going to be involved again. Then we want, you know, in my philosophy, you don't necessarily need a vertical pushing movement like an overhead press. You can take an incline bench press, because that's still going to hit the shoulder a lot. It's going to hit the upper chest and triceps. And then we want a more horizontal pushing movement, so I'd go with a flat dumbbell press for that. And so that's also, by the way, both these, the pushing, the triceps is involved. So that could be a good workout. It has stimulated most things. The only things that are really left out is the middle of the shoulder and the calf. So you could throw in, if you want, some lateral raises to hit the mid delt, and some calf raises, you know, like in a machine, or if there is a machine in your gym, or a Smith machine. And this is a good, you know, superset. Do every other set, because it's completely different body parts. And yeah, if you're more advanced, maybe you'd like to throw in a biceps and triceps exercise, like a standing barbell curl and a lying, you know, skull crusher, they call it. Not really, if you do it in the way I prefer, like lying overhead extension with a C-bar or straight bar. But if you're less advanced, like the stimulus from like chin-ups and rows and pushing exercises, probably going to be enough. So you could throw in the arm exercises if you want. And my usual, you know, you can always adjust it to the individual, but I like to go with 3 sets, where like on most exercises, like basically on every exercise you could really do 6 to 12 reps, but the more complex the exercise is, like say a squat, like the closer to the lower range you would be. And you know, to be honest, on all these exercises, it would work. It's all about how intense, how tough is that set actually for you. You could build both strength and muscle from that, really. yeah, with the squat I would put lower, for instance. I could do the chin-ups, I could do higher. I do 6 reps there sometimes too, you know. And on the more isolated things like these and the arm exercise, for instance, you could even go upwards to 15 reps. And so like 3 sets on every exercise is fine. Short of failure on the first 2, all out on the last one, maybe even a drop set on more isolated exercises again. So if we compare this to how I would do it on a fast, like technically you could do this workout on a fast. What I would do is I like to do 1 set training again, because it's just about stimulating. If you want to do more sets, you would have to lower the intensity even more. If you just do 1 set, though, you can still go pretty close to failure, like 1 or 2 reps short of failure. And like say on the lateral raise, you can probably go to like failure, because you know you can say it's just going to be that you get a little lower at the end there. Just slight break here. Oh yeah, and even on some exercise like the squat, you know, when you're deeply fasted like I am now, you know, I'm lightheaded and stuff. I didn't. So today, I'm going to tell you about how I did my workout today. So I started off with a squat, and there I'm nowhere near like failure, because first of all, I think just a huge like triple joint exercise like that, just doing something that's an effort, you know, I think is enough to stimulate, you know, like to get the response we want. And also being in this state, I didn't feel like going heavy. I feel like I have the strength for it, but that I might, just because of all the stabilizing and things, I feel like I end up being really lightheaded and almost pass out. I've literally never passed out in my life, by the way. But you know, to avoid any accidents, I went a little lower on the weight. I took 120 kilos and did 10 reps. They were actually very good reps, and I didn't lose tempo at the end. But when I re-racked the bar, you know, I'm still exhausted. I could have done a bunch of more reps, but I still felt like it was enough to stimulate, you know. Then I just did a lying leg curl to get in some hamstrings there. I did a weighted chin-up with 25 kilos for 6 reps. I don't remember all the reps and weights, so I'm not going to say that about everything. But basically the squat and the chin-up was the most athletic exercises I did today. And like I told you, I prefer that over machines most of the times. But since the purpose on the fast is just stimulate the muscle and tell the body to keep it, you know, I think this is a good chance to just take some machines that would just make it a little more comfortable to train, you know. Like I actually did a leg press yesterday, which was partly because all the racks were taken. I didn't want to wait, but I literally hadn't done the leg press in 1.5 years before that. But it would still, for my purpose of just stimulating, you know, the leg press, there's no stabilizing in the same way as with a squat, but I can still stimulate my muscle, right? So instead of doing then an incline bench press, I did an incline press machine. And I actually even just did a more isolated chest exercise for more lower and mid chest. I did a cable fly on a slight high to low angle. I did a horizontal pulling machine here. And then I did lateral raises and calf raises. I did 1 set of preacher curls and 1 set of rope overhead extensions for triceps. So look here, I've still hit all muscles. It's just not as much of an athletic workout, but for the purpose of stimulating the muscles, I think this is good. So yeah, that is basically it. I've told you about, I'm thinking out loud now, I've told you about how I would do it normally and how I do it on the fast. Yeah, I think that's all to it. Like, I hope I got everything important in here. Please let me know in the comments if there is anything unclear. Again, because my tone might sound different, I don't know. But I'm still happy to answer your questions. And I'm probably going to end up doing like a more structured video about this after the fast, when I have a little list in front of me or something. But I think I got everything important in there. We'll see for the rest of this fast, you know. Okay, I got one question too about how I do it on a 48 to 72 hour fast. And to be honest, because I train so much regularly, 6 times per week and intense hard workouts, you know, it's often a good chance for me to just chill. Sometimes I do my workout at the end of a fast like that, and then I still have almost my full capacity to train. It's a little bit different for different exercises and muscles, like probably in the legs, like a squat. I would not be able to go as hard in that state but then I can actually do my normal volume and intensity, because I'm gonna eat right after and, you know, actually get fuel or building blocks to rebuild what I broke down. but many times I would not train at all. But if I'd train for the purpose of trying to preserve muscle, which I've never noticed, I've lost on a shorter fast like that, by the way, but I would throw in exactly like a workout like I just told you about in the middle. Maybe I would opt for less machines just because I will be less depleted if I'm like 40 hours fasted than if I'm, 90 hours fasted. Yeah. Okay, but that's basically it. For the rest of the day, I'm gonna chill outside, maybe because it's a Saturday. I'm on early vacation. A lot of people don't have vacation yet, so maybe meet up with some other people and chill. Spend some, to probably play some more online poker. To be honest, a lot just to pass time. Like I'm interacting a lot with people that write to me and stuff. Which I do normally. Like I respond to almost everyone, but even more now because I'm slightly bored. So please let me know how is it going on your fast? How do you spend time? Yeah, you have any tips or anything fun? Something I can watch, whatever, hit me up, hit the comments. Please like the video too, to support the channel. Like all the likes and comments help more people find the channel, so everything is appreciated. And please subscribe to follow me on this 1 week fast. Okay guys, I will see you later. Peace.